here's the voice of the Bengals, Jerry Miller.
Welcome back, Jerry and Mark and Chidi Udengwu of the ISU men's basketball team. One of the three seniors that has played out their season this year for ISU. And Chidi, you, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Hey.
Glad to be here, man.
He's wearing them sweet Air Jordans.
Yeah.
Right
Nice.
Here. Show the camera right here. Show
Very nice.
Different laces. But
There you go. Your first year here, last year you were recruited by Bill Evans. I remember the first time meeting you was out in front of the Student Union building. You came to my house to pick up ISU flags,
right.
I think with Coach Taylor. I'm
it
not
was with
sure.
with Coach CJ.
Okay,
Right.
it was Coach CJ, and you guys came and picked up flags to take out and put up that week for a home football game. And you were just, you hopped out of that vehicle and you were bubbly and enthusiastic and shook my hand and said, "I'm Chidi," and you told me how to say your name and all that good stuff. And from that moment on, I knew that you were going to be a breath of fresh air. And of all the things that Coach Looney talks about you and the program this year, he says, if there's ever a time that we need a lift, you're the guy. Where does that come from?
I just feel like there's always got to be that guy on the team. And, ever since I've been young, I've just always been kind of a really energetic kid. So I just translate it to when I play basketball, because most people don't really have a lot of energy playing basketball because they're too tired. So, it kind of just comes from within. I don't really force it. I don't really, just kind of comes.
He's a natural.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, the difference between your junior year and your senior year, you struggled to get minutes last year with Coach Evans.
Right.
This year with Coach Looney from the get-go, and he acknowledges he could see it in practice. Energy, energy, energy. If there was a need for that in a game, he brought you in because you give it in practice every day. What has been the difference from last year to this year for you?
I feel like just really getting the opportunity to play. Honestly, I've gotten a lot better. I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger, really dialed in a lot more mentally. So pretty much.
Not so many Euro step drives for you this year.
I know, yeah. It's pretty tough because I'm playing on the block, but it's okay.
Yeah, you have amazing leaping ability and one of the leading rebounders on the team. But you and Jared and Shear have been together since last year, all three of you, and all three of you are wrapping up your careers. This Thursday night is your final home game at ISU.
Right.
You think about that at all?
Yeah, pretty excited because I didn't play a lot last year. So, just playing this year, being in front of all the fans, people knowing my name, knowing other people's names, building personal relationships. It's pretty cool. But, yeah, being the fact that it's going to be our last game here this Thursday, it's pretty bittersweet, but just trying to end it off on a win.
How do you channel the emotion in a situation like that? Because it is a emotional night, but then you still have to go out and play a game.
Right.
How do you separate the two? How do you keep it in check?
I feel like just even since pretty much years ago, I've been able to kind of channel emotion, whether it's basketball and off the court. So, it's just pretty much business.
Okay.
Once you step on the court, there's always going to be pregame stuff, postgame, halftime.
Right.
You just got to be focused in on the task at hand, pretty much.
A lot of fans absolutely want to know, how tough is it to have an 11-game losing streak?
It's pretty tough. It's really I've never gone through something like that in my life, but it's tough. It's not easy, but
how do you guys stick together?
With all things in life, you pretty much just got to weather the storm because nothing really good is easy. But so yeah, you just gotta just stay together. Pretty much that's what we're doing day in day out of practice. We've just been working hard, telling each other we just got to keep on going, get ready for the tournament, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Just stay the course. Honestly, that's all you can do.
What will you remember when you leave ISU? Is there a moment, a game, a joke? What will you remember? What will come to your mind?
A moment that I for sure remember was last year when we played at Boise State, and I made the game-winning free throws. So that was pretty big.
I didn't even get to see that game. I was with the football team in California.
Right.
We listened. I had my phone. We were driving to the airport after the football game, and I'm listening to the game, and I had never seen you play because I think this was our first game.
No, it was our second. We played Gonzaga first. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I did make Gonzaga, but I didn't know if you were a good free throw shooter or not, but you canned those 2 free throws with about 2 seconds left, something like that.
Right.
And you beat Boise State on the road, and I thought, kid must be special.
Appreciate it, man.
You
Appreciate
are.
It.
You are, Chidi. And I know we're out of time. I wish we had more time, but you and the other seniors will be honored Thursday night, and I hope the fans come out and take the opportunity indeed to honor you, because I know you were sitting back here as the 2 members of the track team talked about all of the time they have to spend. It's the same for basketball.
Right.
You guys watch film. You
travel.
Weights, you have to travel.
Conditioning.
All of that. And I know the coach cuts practice back a little bit, but if there's any guy that I know is just never going to hit empty on that energy scale, it's you.
Right.
It's you.
Right.
And I just want to tell you personally that having you on the program the last 2 years has been one of the funnest experiences I've had.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
And
really.
Watching you play this year has been extremely gratifying to see you grow into this role and carry the load that's been put on your shoulders. And that's awesome.
Right. Thanks a lot, Jerry. I really appreciate it, man.
Hey.
It means a lot.
Final home game Thursday night against the Portland State Vikings. Game time at 7. Pregame show at 7:30. Mark, you'll be in Portland with the women. I think you'll have about a 7:45 pregame.
Pregame about 7:40, 7:45. Tip time 8:05 Pocatello time from the new $52 million
Viking
Pavilion.
Indeed. And then you go back home.
Yeah, we're done, and then until the following week when we host Eastern Washington on Wednesday, and then Idaho and the ebullient John Newley on Friday.
We have the home game Thursday. We'll be at Weber State Monday night.
Right. I'm looking forward to that one.
I'll bet you are.
Right.
That'll be a 6:30 pregame show as well. And then on the road Thursday and Saturday at Eastern Washington and the University of Idaho. And an opportunity to sweep both of those teams,
right?
Because we beat them both at home,
right? So, I mean, I just know next game, especially Eastern Washington, they're gonna try to come back with a lot of vengeance. But it's all good. We're ready for it. So.
You'll be smiling,
right.
Mark, good luck on the road.
Yep.
And Chidi, I'll see you Thursday.
All right, Jerry, appreciate it, man. I'll see you.
You bet. That wraps up our coaches show. Thanks to John, who engineered the whole thing, to Steve and the staff, to Mark, to Chidi, to Ashley, to Trayshawn, and to Coach Seton Soboleski. Remember, basketball Thursday night, Reed Gym, and the track and field indoor championships Thursday, Friday, and Saturday right here in Holt Arena. That does it on the Coaches Show. For Mark and Chidi and everybody else, I'm Jerry Miller, bidding you a pleasant good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
You've been listening to the Idaho State University.